Okay, that works better. For this kind of project, I highly recommend pajamas, whatever's comfortable. Now, I've already sanded this doll as much as possible. Oh my gosh. To try to get rid of as much of the original, I'm trying to save this. Um, the doll has lots of areas that are cracked. You can see the originality there. Um, that's where, I mean, the doll is an antique, many years old. So here we are. As you can see, there's a lot of damage. Let me turn this light off real quick. There we go. So you can see the damage where the paints come off. This is kind of like cardboard, but guess what? When I was sanding the doll, this actually can break through and go in. Do you see that? Look real good. Look at that. Barely pressing, it's weak. So I'm going to have to rebuild all of this and this. See how bad that crack is? And then there's cracks all up along through here. And they tried to just put a cheap paint to cover up these areas. So as you can see, just I'm barely pressing and you can see it's going inward. So it's hollow. Between these two areas right here, it's hollow and it gives in. And oh my God, I hate that. So yes, that's more work. I had to sand off all the other stuff that camouflaged the other damage. I mean, the thing is though, you have one thing you have to think about when you're buying an antique doll this old, and if you're able to see all of these visible cracks and places that are weak, you have to make a choice. Is it worth a cheap price that you pay compared to the cost of having it restored? Because you're going to pay more for restoration than you are the actual doll. This is why I have to have so much stuff to repair the doll. There are a lot of things I'm going to be using for reinforcement here. This is one of them, wood filler, and also clear glue. The good thing about this, it glues glass, which is great because I'm going to be using this to put the glass eyes in the doll's porcelain head. From the inside, it's waterproof, it's a permanent bond, holds in seconds. Perfect. It's also good for fabric, wood. Guess what? Yes, it is very possible. You'll be seeing me use glue with strips of fabric to fill through, to go into these areas to really reinforce it. But also I'm trying to figure out how can I do some fabric to go into the small hole that can go in here and up inside. So I'm going to use a pair of these tongs to see if from the inside, okay, if it's going to be pressing. Okay, these are not quite long enough. That's fine. I have other things that I use. My torture devices. If you like to be tortured, I can use torture. I have devices I can use to torture you. I'm kidding. That's a joke. So if you're just watching and you haven't been watching me for a very long time, then you are not going to get my weird sense of humor. That's for certain. Okay, we may need scissors. I can also use acrylic to go in these areas. So that's another thing. But I would rather use things like this. These are formulated for wood, and that would give me better results for what I'm doing. Oh, great. So here we go. We're going to go picking. Yep. With this big needle, I got to pick this crap off. Oh my God. This is why it's hard to put a price for doll repair, especially these. Because this goes from here all the way. There's a hole. There's this. Oh my God. And the reason why I hate it is because it's going to be very time consuming. And it takes a lot of work to do this kind of a repair. I hate it. I hate it already. I'm absolutely hating it. But the thing is, I'm going to love the end result. Okay. Yep, we're having to remove a lot of this because if I don't, I'm only going to be concealing a problem that may be deeper up around this area. Now, with my antique doll, Martha, I had to rebuild this whole entire area. All through here, I had to rebuild all of this and through here. This whole area, all of that. I had to redo it, rebuild it, and I had to rebuild all of this as well and sand it to make it look as if it actually had been there forever. Okay, shake some of that stuff out. There we go. All right, slide that over. So I'm going to push all of this stuff over that I'm popping off. This is going to definitely be one time-consuming piece. And the only thing I hate about working on a piece like this is the fact that it's taking time out where I would normally go exercise. So usually it's about 6:15 right now. It's after 6:15. I would be preparing to go exercise to do 3 miles. The reason why I'm not doing it right now is because there's a lot of work here to be done. When someone sends me a doll to be repaired, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to keep your doll here with me for like 3 months. No, I'm trying to get your doll worked on, repaired, fixed, repainted, finished, whatever needs to be done to your doll. I'm trying to get it done and over with professionally, beautifully, and at a reasonably timed rate. Because I'm not trying to keep your doll here with me for a month. Sometimes I do have people's dolls here with me for a month because it is such a long process. Because once I start repairing with this, a lot of this stuff needs 24 hours to dry. So I'm seeing here where they tried to repair this. Not very well. They just did a quick job just to help the appearance. Oh my God. Is that real? Are you shitting me? Oh my God. So you see how that is? Look. Sorry, excuse the language. Um, I was not expecting this to be like that. Ugh, you know what that means? I had to rebuild it. I had to rebuild that whole thing. I mean, this is a thorough restoration. This is not a simple cover up where someone's paying like $10 to $18 a square inch. No, this is a full, complete doll body restoration. It's very time consuming. I thought it was going to be like that under there. Great. That's exactly what I was afraid. I knew it. Ah, so this doll is going to need an extensive restoration, just like Martha. Y'all remember Martha? Yeah, she had the same problem all through here. And what they did was did a quick cover up, a cheap quick cover up at that. And they didn't do it very well. Darn it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew this here was going to be. I knew this was not going to be a $130 makeover restoration. God. It's okay though. Oh my God, that went right inside of there. We'll have to shake it out later. Well, reputation is everything. And at least no one can say I didn't come up in this and do a cheap job. So with restoration like this, you have to get rid of all of the bad stuff. All of this loose bad stuff, you got to get it out. You got to pop it off, take it out. That way you can completely restore it properly. This way it's not going to leave any open, unseen damage down the line. This is so that the doll can last more than 100 years. That's the purpose of my restorations, because I'm not trying to do a doll restoration like this that's going to last maybe a couple years. No, I want it to last a lifetime. I can't stand the rattling sound in there. So please come out. I'm getting to stop up the holes in a minute. Okay, let's get all this crap out of the way first. Get this in the bundle. That's so far, and we got a lot more to go. Where is that? There it is. Okay, there's a piece. There's another piece. Come on, where's that hefty chunk at? Okay. So what I'm going to do is this. To prevent anything from going inside the doll's joint sockets, I'm going to cover them up. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine. Very gently. Place that there. There. That'll prevent anything else from going inside that hole. Oh my God. I think the biggest thing I always wonder is when I'm doing this for someone, if did they really appreciate it? Did they actually notice how bad this is? And notice, like, look at that. Look how weak that whole area is. The whole entire thing is almost busted. See? Now, good, good, good. What I mean by good is because this is where I stop. That is very well attached. But nevertheless, the whole entire doll, her body would be have layer gesso over it. It's surface preparation for painting and all of that. Yeah, see, that just comes right off. I knew this was going to be a job. Yeah. Okay, now I know why it was cracked. So this crack that you see all through here, that's where the pieces are joined or were glued together. And it's simply coming undone over the years. See? I mean, it is antique. Play, wear, depending on how the doll was stored, things like that. I mean, like I said, it costs more to restore these dolls than it does to actually buy one. Well, unless I'm doing it, and then, well, you get it done a lot cheaper. Huge discount. And I have to remove all of this from where the crack is because I have to repair that crack. And if I don't remove this stuff, it's like when, ladies, you go get your nail done. Let's say you got acrylic nails or whatever kind of nails, and your nail cracks. This is what they do. They have to uplift all the acrylic off the fingernail, and then to get all the way down to the base of the crack. Then they apply and adhesive so that the new acrylic can fill in that area. So this is basically no different than that type of a repair, except it's a doll repair, not a fingernail repair. So I have to come all the way up where this crack is, because I'm not going to fill in the crack. No, I have to remove the crack. Like I said, she's got more crack than Harlem, because it's like everywhere. If you like these kind of videos for ASMR or just enjoy watching restorations, please give the video a thumbs up. They are appreciated. It lets me know that what kind of material my viewing audience watches. I do a variety of videos that are doll related. And I think keeping up with what my audience likes to watch is very important. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, I can see that. It's moving. All right. Okay, there we go. That's done. So I'm going to come up close and show you that crack. Okay, never mind. I have to turn the light off so the camera can focus on it. There. There you can see where it's fully exposed. And so you can see all of the repair work that needs to be done. So it's a lot of work. Oh, well, it's fine. The good thing, I mean, I'm thinking about wanting to go exercise, but it's fine. I can do it too. I can actually go I got a free gym membership, so I could do that. Okay, pulling anything. There we go. Get rid of any loose stuff. Now, if it's not loose, it's not going to come up with just this. This is not going to pull it up because I've already went through here and see that it's not coming up. So that's fine. It's only going to lift up if it's not adhesed well. In other words, it's been exposed to some maybe dampness, depending on how the doll was stored away and stuff. Usually not very well, unless the person, I mean, God, you're looking at a doll that's over 100 years old here. And this is layers of sealer and oil paint. What is it?
Can you turn my volume up?
Turn it up? Okay.
What are you doing with the...
I gotta repair it. It's a doll's body. It's
Oh.
antique. Like, see my dolls over there?
Mm-hmm.
I had to do this to the blonde.
Where's the toenail clippers?
They're selling the bed.
You use them?
No, not
All
fully.
right.
Oh God, that guy replied to your story. You know that's not a real person. Look, you got notification
I
on
just
live.
want the volume. I ain't paying no attention to
All
her.
right, all right. Honey, your volume's all the way up.
No, it ain't. Trust me.
Yeah, it is. Call volume, media volume, ringtone, everything is all the way up.
Well, why is it so low?
You might have to get a new phone. Wait, do you have to not disturb on? No.
Yeah.
Wait, no, what? Do not disturb is off. You're
Oh.
fine. Your ringtone. Let me. Oh, there. You got a phone call. Okay.
Thanks.
Take it out there. Take it out there. Take it out there. Thank you, sweetie. I hope that helped.
Yeah.
Oh, finally, that thing came out of that doll's hip body. Got tired of that rattling sound. Okay. Oh my god, please don't tell me I'm going to rebuild the whole inside of this. No. Darn. And see, I can see the thin layer of like a plaster on here. I would rather use wood filler. It's a lot stronger. So I can see through here the different color that they use to do that. So I know they just did they didn't know how to do a repair. That's what I know. Oh my god. Seriously. This is disaster. A bloody disaster. See, at the end of this grip zone, it's because it's not there well. Hmm. Why did they even bother trying to do a repair on this doll if they didn't know what they were doing? Okay, that's good. That's not. Hey, Lexi. Hey, sweetie. I'm glad you were able to join in. I won't be able to read comments, and people aren't really commenting, which is okay. That's fine. I mean, this is more like a how-to-do video, a tutorial, more than anything else. And this does a lot of work. You gotta cut her booty up. No, her butt is. Oh my God, her butt has a crack in it. Look. Oh my God, she's got a crack in her butt. I'm just kidding. That's not. That's fine. That's easy to repair. I'm just gonna go over that. This is where all the serious work is, because the doll was pretty much in a sitting position most of the existence of it being made. But this is usually where all the damage is. Here and at the neck or the arm. That's usually where I see most of the damage at. So yeah. And she's made of a composition. So it looks like paper and stuff like that. Okay. I should have put a glove on. Mm, well, I'm almost regretting taking this project. That's all I'm thinking. It's like, oh my God, I wish I hadn't done this. I wish I hadn't done this project. But then I think like that sometimes, even with my own dolls. But then I know that at the end of this project, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be proud of myself. I'm going to say, oh my God, it looks amazing. But I always regret it because once you start getting in here and you start seeing all the damage and everything that's wrong, it's like, oh God, oh God. But that's just the process. So like her butt, you can see that white stuff right there. This is actually plaster all through here. That's plaster. The crack coming across here, that's where the doll was like, this was two separate parts and they glued it together. It's a hell of a lot because I'm also having to go around here. I'm having to look at the arm. It's just, nope, not enough. That's fine. So you can see this like fleshy color paint right there. That's where someone added to cover up a crack or damage. They just didn't really want to do all the work. But then again, no, it's not cracked. So I guess it was just wear because these clippers are not catching on to anything. So it's not pulling paint up. It's not lifting anything. So that means it's not damaged. It's just where paint came off at that area. I might as well take and break this away because I'm going to have to apply product to really adhese this whole bottom area. And I had to do this to Martha. And the best thing is, at least Martha was my doll, so I got to learn and experiment with her as I went. Now at the top of the head. So you see the wear, you can see the cardboard like right there. That's just from where the paint wore off. And they never even put paint in this area right here at all. The head is beautiful. The face is beautiful. So to be honest, if this was my doll, or if I had the opportunity to purchase her, like, for example, let's say $40, yeah, I would have bought her and invested $200 to have her restored, completely, fully restored, because I think it's worth the investment. Because the face is gorgeous, the body size is perfect. It's gonna look amazing whenever it's done being repaired and fully redressed. But me myself, normally I would charge $300 for this type of restoration. I would have charged $300 because that's what my work is worth. I know what it's worth, and that's what it's worth. This is definitely worth $300 or more. I wouldn't have charged more than 300. No, for the record, I did not charge 300, nor am I getting paid $300 for this restoration. Now, Look at that. This is just a torso. Then we have the upper leg. See all of that? Now I have already sanded this. Um, so a lot of this damage is with the body. There, got that chunk out the way. Nothing here is coming up, which is good. Mhm. But you can see here where this has got, oh my God, what a issue. Yep. So you can tell where damage is. Damage, the paint just pops up. See, it's not coming up right there, so that's fine. It's simply, there's no softness. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Which is fine. I'm going to reinforce all of these areas. Oh, yeah. We're going to fix that. It just needs reinforcement, so it's just where the paint chipped from age. I should have put a paper towel up here. Now, this piece of the wood is cracked from here all the way up here. And that's even on the inside. See that? Look at that crack. Oh, the doll's lightweight. Kinda, yeah. This feels it's lightweight, but it has a little weight to it because it is covered with like a plaster. This is split. Oh wow, it's split here all the way through here. And because this is a chunk of wood, it's not like composition. This is actual wood. See that? It's wood. And yeah, it is fixable. It's repairable. But as you can see, because it's solid wood, I can't just go inside. But what I can do is take gesso, because this gesso is liquid. And I can have it going inside to fill that in, and it's going to dry hard and stiff, and it will prevent it from any more damage, inside and outside. So, that's fine. We'll work that. Moving on to lesser damaged pieces, the joints like this ball joint. It's just simple wear. See, just where paint simply just came off. I can't even see. I cannot even pull the paint off. Like this is where this is chipped. It's not chipping. See, it's not coming off. So it's not damaged. This is still stuck on. So that's good. Here's the other piece of one of the arms. See, this is wood. It's a chunk of wood. But it looks good. It's got a porcelain. So they take the wood, they apply like a sealer adhesive, basically something similar to like a gesso, a glue type material. Sand it, then they apply a thin layer of a porcelain, which basically gesso is like powdered porcelain glue. They put that over as like a primer, and then they apply oil paint. They spray it with oil paint. Let me see this piece. Yeah, this one's fine. This looks great. See, it's wood, solid piece of wood. But yeah. But when I'm done, you won't see any of the cracks. You won't notice them. I left this on so the piece doesn't go down into the leg. It's a metal piece. But I am testing it nice and strong, which is good. So see, when the paint is not where there's damage, it comes up. So if you're doing a full restoration, that's how you get a full restoration. Hmm. Here's the other arm joint. Perfect. Great condition. The ball joint for the knees. Look at that. It was made that way. They didn't even, it's not even chipped. You can see the paint here. There's nothing up there. This was just honestly, it was just a quick job. They did a quickie on this doll. Now there is a split right down that part of the ball, right there, the ball joint. And it barely shows right there, barely. So I will be applying gesso inside to bond that, and then it'll dry because it'll fill it in. Here's the other part of the upper leg. Oh my God. Yeah, that needs work. I can see the crack right there. See that? Yeah, that's from where. It's also one here. So I'm gonna reinforce all of the inside joints. Oh my God. I don't want to, but if you do a half-assed job about it, the person, it doesn't matter how much they pay you, they're gonna say, "You should have fixed this. You didn't do that." People they lying, even if you're charging cheap. Yeah. See, this is where they edit paint to prevent further damage, but I have the materials to rebuild on there, so it's fine. For me, it's fine. See, the other pieces are not cracking up. It's not uplifting. Oh my God. Dixie, I'm gonna finish clipping your nails. I am. Yes, I am. Oh wow, that's a lovely piece. See, that's not damaged. Perfect. So these are not my concern. I'm gonna set them back into the box because I'm gonna end up putting something protective over here. Now this foot has quite a bit of damage. Oh my God, I forgot. So did this one. Well, not too bad because as you can see right in here with the foot, you can see there where it was glued. But it's not a gap. It's not open. It's still sealed. Okay, I can't crack that open, which is a good thing. Okay, that's good. Oh, great. Seriously. We're gonna have to refill this in. Ugh, I knew this was gonna be a $150 doll makeover. It's more than that. God. I just rather be focused on other things. Alright. Let's put everything back into the box. I'm going to clean this off out of the way. And now I'm going to put down some paper towels and we are going to go ahead and start restoration. Well, we've already started restoration, but we're going to get into the more deeper stuff. So that's what I call, this is definitely what I call hardcore doll restoration because this is crazy. What? Yes, I know you want your nails cut. We're going to do that. But first, I have to do this. Okay. Doesn't look like a lot until you look at the doll. Okay. What, Dixie? Now I'm going to take a moment real quick, briefly here, and I'm going to wash my hands and put on my gloves. So give me one moment. Oh, let me hit. Okay. Oh, I did 17 miles of walking the month of May. Awesome. I need to well for a whole month. That's not awesome really. I need to be doing more than that. Okay. Where are my plates? There they are. Hmm. All right. Girl, go play with your ball. All right, this is our biggest piece we need to work on first. So I am going to have a few things mixed up going on here. So this looks like an adhesive. Well, it kind of is. I like to apply it on thick and heavy. I'm not stingy with it because I want this to last a lifetime and get deep down into all these grooves. Keep deep down in there. We want this scar to last another 100 years or more. For sure. Most definitely. Alright, so now I'm going to remove these little pieces. Okay. Also, this will help the wood filler bond on easier as well. Well, actually, everything will. This helps everything stick. It's like a primer and a protector. It's priming the body for restoration of the doll. It's also priming it to prevent waterproofing it, all of that, but also so shit can adhere to it. Sorry, excuse me. If you get offended, I'm sorry, I can't help you there. It's not my. I'm just. It's live. What do you expect? I'm a little irritated about a few things with this doll. I'm irritated with the amount of work it's going to take to restore her. But then I also know that I'm going to enjoy the benefits of the labor afterwards to see how well I did it. Okay. See, I have to get all these little raw areas. When I say raw, it's where the original part of the doll's body is exposed and seeable. See all of that? No, we want to cover all of that. We want to cover all the original part of the doll's body. That way none of that is exposed. So I'm going to leave that thickness up around here like that. It helps seals it. So like I said, it's a great sealer, especially this one. So what else? I'm going to go ahead and let me see what else with the body. We'll start with the torso, the front of the torso. I'm actually going to go ahead and apply a layer all over the front part of this doll's torso. Like I said, a full restoration. It's see like little hole areas. That's from paint where the doll was painted and bubbles got into the paint. And it wasn't never addressed nor was never fixed from the very beginning of this doll's manufacturing phase. So instead, a couple hundred years later or more, someone like me comes along and we have to fix their mistake or repair it. I don't care who you are. If you do antique doll restorations, charge what your work is worth. For sure, because not everyone has a skill to do this properly. I've seen some doll restorations and oh my god, it was terrible. All they did was just do a little quick job to make it look pretty and dress it up, but yet they didn't really get down to what the nitty gritty of the problem was to do a full repair. To just repair those certain areas. I feel like for a doll restoration like this, you really need to get in there and do that full restoration to save the entire doll and prevent any and all further damage. Hi, Monica. How are you doing, sweetheart? All right, and there we go. Can't do the back yet. But what I like about this gesso is that this particular gesso, it dries with a very heavy texture. I like that because it's going to make it easier for me to do the repairs. It also helps with the products I'm using for repairing. It helps it bond and stick onto the doll to give her the full repair. So you can see she's kind of gutted out. Okay, what's the next piece? Okay, this. Let's get down in there. Let's get all that done. There we go. So see all of that, all of this is raw. None of this was painted. It was not treated or nothing. I can see a little shininess, which tells me that it got like a sheer layer of glue. But we about to load her up because she needs more than just one sheer layer of glue. She needs a bunch to prevent further damage. And I'm going ahead and spread this out around the edges. It's very important to reinforce all of the opening edges. You want these to be protected. You want them to be strong and, again, like I said, reinforced. Then come through here, get down in there. I'm doing all of this. I can see previous repair. Now, by the time I'm done, all of this, it's going to look smooth, and you're not going to see all these lumps and stuff from previous repair. There we go. I'm happy with gesso getting inside of the doll's areas. There. Fill all of this up in there. Now, let's see what side's better for it. Fine. Let it lay like that. Done. And I will redo the whole area later. Now, let's get up into these edges where we had to scrape it away. There we go. Monica, how have you been doing? Oh, I love all those flowers and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Let your color shine. Wow, look how it's foaming. Good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Dixie, no, I got you a brand new girl. You better go use the scratching post. You better go, Miss Cootie Bell. It's a storm coming up. Guess just as well I couldn't go walking. All right, let's get that down in there. Okay. I believe some store around here got that Barbie extra T-shirt in stock. That's how I sent it so quickly. Or their warehouse nearby. Can't wait to do a video on that. Oh yeah, Dixie's running around. She's making a little noise. And see, this dries very clear. And it's highly textured. It dries with a very intense amount of texture. There we go. Get all of that filled in good. Perfect. I don't care how thick that is. Doesn't matter. I can sand it down and then continue on. The thicker the better. Fill in all those little crevices. Okay. Where's that piece that's got that crack all up? There it is. Here's the one with the crack. Perfect. I'm going to fill it in with gesso. Perfect thing to use to fill this in. Nice and thick. And all these little bubbles. Okay, I don't see any. Put down some water. There's no other issues. So I need to let those areas dry first. And then I will do another layer, full layer of the gesso. This stuff dries pretty quickly. My fan is on high as well. And I'm going to need another paper towel. You know what? Forget it. I don't need a paper towel with this table. It's easily replaceable. Besides, that's what this table's for. Painting projects and all of that stuff. So use it. That's what it's for. There we go. Get inside those little areas where there are cracks. Protect the wood. It's very important. I need a bigger brush than this. Ah, there's one. Perfect. And it's wood. Oh yeah, there we go. Load it up. And oh, perfect. I'm able to go in from one side and it comes out on the other. So I can fill that in with this clear gesso. None of this wood is or was protected from the inside. So this is going to seal any cracks, crevices it's going to go in. It's going to fill it. So this way the wood is protected from the inside. I'm not going to paint the inside, only around the edges and everything else. There, get all of that really good. Perfect. So you can see all through here, see all that? Yeah, that's raw wood. And the good thing about this that this product is, while it's wet, it's dry. And you see I'm applying thick, thick layers all inside and everything to make sure it's extremely and fully waterproofed, repaired, and fills in any porous areas. And so that way, you see? Now when it dries, it's going to dry clear. Making sure I got all these areas done with a very, very heavy layer of thickness. So now when it dries, it's going to be clear. All right, put that in there. And we're just going to apply this here on this one side. And then lay the ball right there. And do the other side later. Okay. So for all of these, apply a thick layer here. So if you can see these little hole-like areas right there, see those two? We're going to fill them in with gesso. It prevents moisture from getting in the wood. There's a bigger one right there. Perfect. It's nicely filled in now. So this is like a primer. Well, basically, yeah, it is a primer. So that way when I get ready to paint it, the wood, the paint will bond and stick and have a permanent bond to it. All right, now where's that bigger brush? Okay, take that brush, wrap it all up inside there, get it all full and gooey, and go inside the wood joint. And awesome. Nice thick sealer. Again, this type of preparation for an antique doll is very important. This is a way to make the doll last many, many more years, because you have people who can restore them and you have people who think they can restore them. There are two kinds of doll repair artists or doll artists. There are real doll artists and doll repair people, and then there's some who think they are doll artists or doll repair people. So you have to go with your better judgment. I think proof is in the pudding. I think when you show your work, it makes a difference. Well, it does make a difference because you're actually showing what you can and can't do, but you're also showing how you do it, what you use, but it doesn't mean everyone else can do it too. Okay, so that joint is good. Let me see. Are any of these other pieces? See all this raw wood? Yeah, that wood is not treated. So we're going in and we are going to treat this wood. Can prevent the wood from rotting, decay. Um, yeah, seals it. So this is a great sealer. Okay, see like these little bubble areas? I want to come in, fill those little bubble areas in. See like here? Looks like a little hole, but it's not. It's just a bubble from where the doll was painted. But like I said, not everyone who does a doll or restoration tries to go with perfection. They're not going to try and do every inch or every area. You have to have a passion. Yeah, you have to have a passion for what you do. So doll restoration, it is my passion. It's what I love to do. It's what I enjoy doing. So even though I complain, I know I'm going to love the result. I'm going to be proud of the end result, and it's going to be worth it. I'm adding more of this into these here areas. There. It's drying beautifully. See the wood? It looks darker, but that's because it's being sealed. Um, it's a lot more work to go. Okay. There, see? More raw wood. And that's what it is. Raw wood. It's never been treated. I don't see anything that would have sealed it. Miss Mila. Okay, inside is fully saturated with sealer, thick layer of sealer. Awesome, good. All right, go back to the torso. That's where we began. That looks good. Nice matte finish. As you can see, it's still drying. Yeah, we got lots of work to do up into here. That's all right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take wood filler and squeeze it into these holes. Here, I'm going to squeeze wood filler into these holes here and over here to reinforce this inside area through here. So I've been thinking as I've been going. It's so hard for me to think. Oh, God. My brain cells are bursting. I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic and silly. So I hope you don't mind my weird sense of humor. Okay. Yep, I can feel the texture. You hear that? Nice texture. It's perfect. It's perfect for priming and doing all the things I gotta do. I'm adding extra primer all up in these grooves and edges because once I start applying wood filler in those certain areas, I need to know that it's gonna do its job. We're applying the sealer over the writing. Yeah, it has to be protected. All right, go all up around the neck, especially arms, all of the joint areas. It's very important. I always add thick layers. I've seen some people, they're scared to put something on there. I'm like, golly, are you scared to put some product on that doll? Do your job, seal it, make it right. That's gonna fill in that little, that crack was from just the paint. But I'm like this, if you're gonna do it right. Or just go home and don't do it at all. Perfect. That's right, go all down in there again. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's get down to business here. Okay. That side's done. Make sure I get through this side. Okay. I'm just going to stick this on the table because I know it's just going to stick onto the paper towel, and I just, I'm not going to get the paper towel off of it. So. Okay. I will probably end up doing 2 layers of this, making sure everything is going to stick properly. Everything has already been sanded. Hmm. Well, I'm going to apply this thick layer first. After this, then I will apply wood filler where it needs to go. That way I know it'll be nice and stuck. After the wood filler, I will go over the doll parts again on top of the wood filler to make sure the wood filler, all of that is sealed properly. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Hi, Paris. Girl, yes, I'm working this doll. I had someone contact me. They bought a similar doll to this, and they wanted to offer me $125 to do a repair on their doll. They sent me photos of the doll. The doll was in such bad condition, I told them I would charge them $350 to do a complete full restoration. They told me the price was too high. And I told them that's fine, that they could find someone else. But guess what? They responded and said that they tried to get someone else and they were going to charge them $1,200. And I said, well, I think my prices are reasonable. And I told them, I said, I'm not going any lower than what I am. So they could either get the other person at 1,200 to do it, or I told them that right now I'm busy doing someone else's doll and that I did not have the time. Also, I'm going out of town in a few weeks. So I'm trying to get this wrapped up before I go. Girl, I tell you, people, oh my God. It's like they tripping. They see how much work you put into something. They know this is not an overnight job. Because once I'm done with this, I have to let this set for 24 hours. That's why I'm going over it now and doing all these extra layers to make sure we got thick layers of gesso on this doll. I want plenty of product on it. Because when I let it sit here for 24 hours to dry, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be good and ready to go for the repairs. People don't realize it. And then once I apply the wood filler, I have to make sure that stuff be getting smooth. Then you gotta sand it, and then you have to turn around and apply another layer of gesso on top of the wood filler work to protect that, waterproof it, all of that good stuff. Then comes 2 or 3 layers of paint. Girl, it is insulting. I am ignoring them. And then they asked me what I'd be willing to do with the doll. Like I said, I told them, no, I can't. Like I said, I told them I'm going out of town in a few weeks. Everyone knows, yes, everyone knows I'm going to New York. I had a dream, and my dream might come true. I'm just kidding. That's just me being silly. But no, I mean, you know that. We all know I'm going to New York. I'm I don't know what day I'm going to American Girl yet. I'm going to try and go July the 1st, get that done and over with. So it's very possible. I don't know if, you know, it's kind of like staying posted and updated. Anyway, people will be able to see it when I go live. So yeah, there we go. Awesome. All the parts are fully sealed with sealer. Good. Now she can set. And what I like about this sealer is it's thick and it dries clear. Oh, thank goodness I can. Yeah, let them do it themselves. Oof. I can't wait to time to. I do get ready to do my nails and everything. Oof. I've got stuff ordered today, so when I do go to New York, my hair, makeup, all of that would be nice. And I am not dressing flashy. I'm gonna dress cool, casual. My hair and makeup would be my glamour. Ugh, there, throw this away. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna let y'all look so you can see the pieces drying. So it still has a little shine. Now, once this is dry, it will not have a glossiness to it. It will be very matte. So you can still see the white all in here where it's in the white. See, that's where it's still wet. When this dries, it's very clear. There. I've already applied through 2 layers of thickness. So the crack that's up this arm, I can already look and tell it's being filled in. So the gesso is filling in that crack along the arm here. The gesso is filling it in properly. I also treated the inside of the doll's arm. So that will it fills in all of those little cracks in the wood. It fills in all those layers and everything. It fills it in, waterproofs it, it seals it. So it will prevent it from cracking. It won't crack anymore. That's the best thing about it. So we're gonna be moving on. I use that needle, these pieces. I don't need that. I can just leave that like that. Cool. All right. So thank y'all for joining me. Um, this is what we're using. Let me see. See thick. I'd rather have it this. This one's very fluidy. Preparation, paint, finish. Yeah, see this we're preparing. It's matte, 100% matte, thank God. That's what gives it a nice rough texture so everything can bond. See, it prepares things for acrylic, oil, pastels, and other paint media. See, apply to raw canvas. Raw canvas can be hardboard, paper, wood, and other non-oily porous surfaces. You sand hard, shiny surfaces before applying. See? Allow 24-hour minimum drying before use. There you go. Do not mix with oils. Works as a pastel ground. Can tint with acrylic color. Oh, you can mix acrylic paint in with it. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to mix any kind of color. But that's perfect because it dries with a very matte texture. That's why I like the liquidy of it because it dries quickly and I can apply more than one. So it's almost the middle of thickness and fluid, but it's fine. You can see it's thin. It's pretty transparent. So yeah, that's a good gesso. It's huge. God, I don't think I would ever buy one this big. But if you're someone who does these type of restorations, great. This is perfect for you. It's a perfect size bottle for you to use. But yeah, so this is what we have so far. There we go. Everything's drying under a high fan. I'm going to lift this up so you can. The reason why I did not remove the cording is so that that metal piece will not go inside of the doll's leg. So it's fine. This is, oh, I can go ahead and, oh, that feels soft. So anyway, when this dries, probably tonight, I'm putting another layer over all of this because you allow 24 hours to dry, but I'm going to go ahead and put another layer. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I'm not. I'm going to end up using the wood filler and work on this. So we're going to end up filling all of this in. I'm going to have to rebuild all of this area, all of this, so we can make it nice and smooth. And I'm going to, in order to strengthen and reinforce this whole area here, I'm going to squeeze wood filler inside the holes on each side. Basically, I don't need to do the other side. I think it'll fill it in and close it up with me just simply filling it into here. Because if I squeeze enough, it's going to go into here to the other side and fill in this whole little section, this whole section right there. So it'll fill it in. So I'll do that probably later tonight because it's cloudy. It's going to rain, so I'm not going to be able to go walking. So anyway, I will be working on this doll project. So I will talk with you all later. Thank you, everyone who posted such lovely and positive comments. Thank you, Amber. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're doing well. Paris, thank you for joining. I love your emojis. You've always, y'all have always put up some of the most amazing emojis. And I thank you for putting them up for me. I love it. I love the love that you give me. It's very kind of you. Luxie, I don't know what I would do without you girls. Monica, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of my world. Thank you for being part of my membership, showing your love and support. And I do hope I am able to provide all of you with um, positive and interesting and excellent tutorials. Um, Probably things like this that you've never seen before. So I'm happy to be able to share with you the variety of things that I know how to do. And that's part of my channel. It's tutorials. It's about making dolls elegant and beautiful, restoring them to perfection of elegance. It's also about me repainting American Girl dolls to give them my way of creating an elegant look. It's also about designing doll clothing, dresses, sewing on a sewing machine. You name it, I do it. It's also about the love of fashion dolls, Barbie, and more Barbie. Um, if I had to pick one toy company, I think that I would probably, if I had to pick one toy company as the number one toy company that I love, it would definitely be Mattel, um, because they make the dolls that I love the most. Dolls that I've cherished since I was a little girl, and even the little girl inside of me still loves them. So I have to say, even though I'm working on an antique doll imported from Germany, as you can see here, I when it comes to fashion dolls, fashion play, yeah, Mattel is the company. They are the ones who produce the dolls that I love the most, and they're on my bed, they're all over my wall. I mean, it's there. So anyway, enjoy what you love, and you will love your collection. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna turn this over because it's drying quickly, and I want to make sure it doesn't get too dry on one side than the other and sticks to paper towel. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and lift it off the paper towel. There we go. So this is a very intense doll restoration for sure. But because the doll's face, the head is so beautiful and perfect without cracks and things like that. That's why I feel it's so important to give the doll's body an amazing, excellent restoration. That way she has her original body to support that beautiful head and restoring. That reminds me, we do have that coming up. Great, these pieces. Spread them around. Okay, we got to move this around some more so I can fit the torso up here. All right, there we go. Okay, here we are. Good deal. Perfect. All right. So thank you all for joining. There will be a part two. Probably most likely tomorrow. Thank God I don't have anything happening this week, but hopefully I can start earlier. But I will be, yeah. So the next part of this project is wood filler restoration. So we'll be doing that to reinforce this entire bottom area so you can see how much we are having to restore and fix. Awesome. So thank you everyone and I will talk to you soon.